out there alone on the highway. She had a broken wing she's trying to hide, and I was much too old to act on the feeling. But then again, I ain't never had someone to hold. I wrote songs for a mockingbird, take them all, leave them, I know that she heard. Songs for a mockingbird, looking at me, she sang every word. Songs for a mockingbird, oh, you give and you take and you live and you learn. Songs for a mockingbird.
Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. This is actually the second time I've tried to film this intro. The first time was probably about an hour and a half ago. Around 7:30, I got out of my car, filmed those first few clips of this intro B-roll sequence, and then I got to the location. I was gonna sit down, do this whole thing, and talk to you guys. But there was another photographer at the spot, and we ended up talking, and then the sunset ended up being absolutely spectacular right away at 7:30. So I kind of was, filming with the camera, getting a few shots, talking with somebody else, and now it's about an hour and a half later, and I'm talking to you guys for an intro of a video at 9 p.m. We are here at the Mount Baker Snoqualmie National Forest, and we're here at Picture Lake, which is this beautiful, beautiful, tiny little lake all the way at the very top of a very treacherous mountain pass road. As I'm talking, I'll show you guys some of the drone clips I got earlier today along that road. I'll even show you the view that we would have right now if Mount Shuksan was not covered by clouds. I got a few shots yesterday here at the same lake at sunset, and there's a little bit of a reflection. Right now there's a bit of wind, so you can't really see the reflection. But when this lake is still and there are no clouds blocking the mountain, this is one of the most photographed spots in the entire state of Washington, I would say. It's literally called Picture Lake. So people come here to take pictures. And so I'm here so late at 9 p.m. One, because the sunset just is super late here so far north. I think sunset is around 8:30, 8:45 maybe. And we had a little bit of light. I got a few photos maybe here and there. Most of the view the entire time was kind of covered by the clouds that are behind you guys right now. I'm waiting around here at Picture Lake, one, for it to calm down so we get a little more of a reflection, and two, for these clouds to pass so that I can try to get some star photos here. Coming up in this video, we're gonna be going up to the main point that's actually closed, so you can't drive up there. It's called Artist Point. There's a few hikes and paths up there that look really cool. Okay, so I just had to turn the ISO a little bit higher because it is getting dark quickly. So I'm gonna pack you guys away. No more video for tonight, but I will show you any photos that I do end up getting up here, and I'll let you know if I do head back down. I will be here for sunrise. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna hang out up here at the top the rest of the night. So I have my chair with me. Hopefully we're gonna see some stars and the clouds will pass, but I'll talk to you guys in a little while when I give you an update.
We were out on the beach, covered in midnight. She made love to me under the stars, but now I'm sure it wasn't worth believing. Much room for love on a mountain lasts.
So guys, I'm back in the car. What an evening. Meeting that other photographer, it was absolutely fantastic. His name is Tyler. He does some awesome work. Yeah, so he was packing up around 9 p.m. and then right at the end of the last time I talked to you guys, he actually started walking back out, and he talked to me and he checked the weather, and essentially it looked like it was going to clear up for a few hours there or be partly cloudy. And so he came out and decided to do some time lapses, which got me into investigating the time lapse situation on this camera. And oh my lord, I am an idiot, because I should have done that 50 days ago at the beginning of this trip, because the interval timer for this camera for time lapse is incredible. So it takes all the photos, but it also stitches them all together perfectly for a video time lapse. Got some really cool stuff. The first one was a little off because it got pretty dark as the time lapse ticked on for what I think like 2 hours. I set the first one up for, and then the second one was also 2 hours. The first one I think was like 200 photos. The second one I think was like 300 photos. In the first one, it got a little too dark, so essentially I had to increase the ISO, which then pushed the shutter speed back down to about 20-25 seconds, and that kind of threw off the time lapse a little bit. So you'll see it'll slow down and speed up a little bit through it, and that was not from editing, that was just from changing the shutter speed of the camera. And then the second time lapse ended up being really nice. I only had to change it a little bit at the end. I increased the ISO a little bit in the middle, but the exposure smoothing and everything that this camera has, it did a really good job of covering that up. And I also got all the raw files. We got some, I haven't gone through the photos individually, but we got some periods where there was no wind on Picture Lake. So we got beautiful reflection of the mountain and the stars above it, and it just looked incredible. So I'm exhausted. It's 3 a.m. I'm gonna head back down to camp, 20-30 minute drive down. I'll put that guy Tyler's links down in the description. He has 2 Instagrams, one for film photography and one for his just normal photography, and his stuff is awesome. Go check that out. I'm gonna head back down to camp, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow when we'll continue this video. So guys, we are back at the same spot that we were at yesterday. Picture Lake with a much better reflection right now. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. We got some incredible light for sunset too. I got here set up the time lapse again because this guy got me addicted to time lapses. And I flew the drone. There was some incredible sunset light back down towards the valley. Got some really awesome clips. My friend Tyler came back. So yeah, we're just gonna basically hang out again here. Right now I've got the time lapse going from I think it was like 8:30 I started it, and it's gonna go until like 11:55 p.m. So hopefully get a little bit of stars in there and get these really fast moving clouds again, because that just looked so cool on the last time lapse, so we had to do it again. But definitely worth coming back to, because the wind has died down, the reflection's better, the lighting was better, the clouds were better. So I think this is probably going to be the last time that I'll be shooting this for sunset at least. And we've got a little bit different of a shot than yesterday. Right now we're on the boardwalk, kind of like with a little bit of marsh in front of us, and then the reflection of the mountain. And the shot that I've got is basically the plants along the shore of the lake kind of outline that mountain perfectly. You can't really see it exactly with this angle, but with my camera you kind of get the outline of the mountain, and then there's the little bit of sky reflection in between there, and then there's the grass in the foreground. So yeah, it looks pretty cool, pretty balanced composition overall, and I think it's going to look really nice in this time lapse. So yeah, enough talking. I will talk to you guys later in the night or during sunrise in a few hours. So guys, we made it to the top. We just walked past Artist Point. That is Mount Baker behind me, absolutely stunning. And now I'm on a ridgeline trail that's going down to the few alpine lakes where Tyler messaged me at like 2 p.m. and I didn't have cell service until like 5. Now it's like 6 o'clock. So I don't know if he's still down there, but I'm going to check. Look at that view, guys. Incredible. And look who we found. Tyler, how's it going? So we got up here, we walked around one of the lakes, the small alpine lakes that are up here, and it was pretty nice, but that one is facing the mountain that we've been shooting, and I kind of want something a little bit different since I've been getting shots of that for about 3 days now. And that view of Mount Baker, what you saw, is pretty insane. So I've snapped a few photos already. There was some hikers down where I first saw Tyler, and now I'm going to head over to the other alpine lake, and I think that one might have a better angle of Baker behind it. So I'm gonna try to test out what that looks like, see if we can get some shots there. And we're both gonna be flying some drones. He wants some drone footage without the controller in his hand, so I think that's where I'm gonna be helping out. And then for me, I don't know yet, but I probably kind of want to try something where the drone kind of like goes past somebody as they're walking, and I got my big orange jacket with me, so maybe we'll test that out. So yeah, we've got 2 drones and 2 pilots. Not gonna fly them at the same time though. We do not want crashing or, you know, messing up that cell signal. So let's head over to the alpine lake and get set up. So guys, as you can see, the light is really exploding over there, so I'm kind of in a rush right now. I was getting this shot kind of with those 2 trees framing Mount Baker over there, But now that the light is kind of behind me, I'm getting all my stuff and I'm going over to one of those alpine lakes and try to get that mountain all lit up. So let's go head over and do that. I think Tyler's over there that way too. So yeah, the light is really nice right now. I gotta get going.